Over the Sea by Sylvia. May 7, 1905. On Monday morning of the 25th of May 1894, everything was ready for the great trip to London. At 7 o'clock I started from Manitou and went to Colorado Springs, took the first train and left my friends and was out in the world alone. Having never traveled much, it seemed to me we were almost flying over the country. With only a few adventures we arrived at New York, where there was lots to see, and things that one could enjoy had it not been for the lack of time. Moreover, I was too busy thinking of the pleasure I was going to have when I got over the waters. I stopped overnight in New York City. It rained so hard that one could see nothing but the clouds that were hanging heavily over the city. The night passed, and in the morning the sky was clear. The steamer had arrived, and all was ready to go on our trip. When I got on the steamer, I thought it would be very nice to watch the waves dash high, but it soon became tiresome. I began to get seasick and thought my last hour had come, but no, I was too sick to die, and most passengers were in the same pleasant situation. Those who were not sick were very kind to us, and I got along quite well. All went along nicely for a few days, when one evening a storm arose and darkness came over the sea. The thunder and lightning were terrific, and the wind blowed a perfect gale. I was very much frightened. The ship would toss high in the waves, and thinking at most any time it might dash against the rocks, all be dashed into the sea. But the captain, who was a good jovial fellow, told people to keep quiet and they would be better off. After a while the storm abated, the wind ceased, and all was well. The next morning I met some friends whom I was very glad to see. We talked over old times and things that happened at home. Of course I was not so lonesome now and could enjoy the trip better. In conversation I asked where they were going, and to my surprise they were also going to London, so I had company all the way. Now the trip seemed a great pleasure to me. One day a very exciting thing took place. Two men were talking and could not agree. Hot words were spoken. We all wanted to hear the quarrel. They soon got too angry to quarrel, so a fight was next. One was very badly hurt and his companion was going to finish him by pushing him overboard, but help arrived to save the man's life. Things quieted down and all went well the rest of the trip. After arriving in London, one hardly knew where to go or what to do. So the friends I met invited me to go along with them sightseeing, and I did. We got accommodations at a nice hotel, very reasonable, and I was ready by nightfall to retire. Next morn. Blue skies and a pleasant day. Spent some time in London, and my friends went elsewhere as their trip had been planned, so I was left alone again, now wondering what next for me.